Good afternoon, friends. Myself Sachin Tatia. I am working as assistant professor into the SND College of Engineering and Research Center, Evla. Let us consider there are the different issues in the ad hoc wireless network. So we study that how the ad hoc wireless is how the base stations is the how the gateway or switch should be used for the transmission of the data from one side to another side, how the mobility of the network, and how the MCN communication, communication will be done. There are the certain issues will become in the ad hoc wireless network, like medium access scheme, then routing, multicasting, then the TPC protocols, pricing scheme, and quality of services self-organization, security and energy management, addressing and the service discovery, deployment considerations. So these are the some issues come, like medium access scheme, routing and multicasting, TPC protocol, then pricing scheme and quality of services and self-organization, security and energy management, addressing and the service discovery, deployment and consideration. Deployment considerations. These are the issues will become in case of the ad hoc wireless network. Medium access scheme, distributed operation, fully distribution involving minimum control overhead, synchronizations, mandatory for the TDMA based system. Hidden terminals can significantly reduce the throughputs of MAC protocol. Exposed terminals to improve the efficiency of MAC protocol. The exposed node should be allowed to transmit in controlled fashion without causing the collision on ongoing data transfers. Access delay. There should be the different medium access scheme are there. Distribution operation, fully distributed involving the minimum control overhead, then synchronizations, mandatory for the TDMA base station, then hidden terminals can significantly reduce to the throughputs of the MAC protocol. Then expose terminal to improve the efficiency of the MAC protocol. The exposed node should be allowed transmit in the controlled fashions without causing the collision ongoing data transfer. Access delay, it should be have some delay into the access point. The measure issue of the MAC scheme throughputs and access delay. To minimize the occurrences of the collision, maximum channel utilization and minimum control overhead, fairness, equal share to the weighted share to the bandwidth to all competing nodes, real-time traffic supports, reservations such as BW, buffer space, and processing power. The capability of the power control, adaptive rate control, use directional antenna. So these are the major issues that should become across the MAC address MSC scheme, that throughputs and access delay. To minimize the occurrences of the collision, maximum channel utilization and minimize the control head. The fairness equal share weightage, share the bandwidth to all the competing nodes, like real-time traffic support, resource reservation such as BW, buffer space and processing power. These are the resource reservations. Then capability of power control, then adaptive rate control, then use of the directional antennas. The major challenges in routing protocol are there. Certain challenges onto the routing protocol, that mobility result in the frequency path, packet collision, and difficulty into the resource reservation. Then bandwidth constraint, BW is shared by the every node, error prone and share channel, like high bit error rate, location dependent contention, distribution the network load uniformly across the network, other resource constraint like the computing power, battery power and buffer storage. These are the different major challenges onto the routing protocol, like the mobility that result in the frequency path breakup, packet collision, distribution resource reservation, bandwidth constraint, like BW is shared by the every node, error prone and share channel like the high bit error rate, then location dependent contention, like distribution of the network load uniformly across the network, other resources constraint like the computing mode, computing power, battery power, and buffer storage. These are the some issues, major challenges of the routing protocol. Protocol is nothing but a set of governing rules, and in case of the governing rules, there are the some problem like the bandwidth constraint is the error prone channel. Sometimes it should be the error will be occurs. Then the location dependency constraint contention is the distributed the network uniformly across the network side. Other resistive constraints like the computing power, battery power, or buffer store. The major requirement of routing protocol is their minimum route acquisition delay, quick route configuration to handle the path breakup, then loop free routing, distribution routing approach, minimum control overhead, scalability, then provision of quality of services supporting different classes and services. The support time, sensible traffic, security and privacy. The major requirement of routing protocol is the minimum route acquisition delay. There should be some delay will be into the route. Quick route reconfiguration to handle the path breakup, loop, loop free routing, then distributed routing approach, minimum control overhead, scalability, provision of quality of service, support different classes and on services, support the time sensitive traffic, security and privacy. The major issues into multicast routing protocol. In case of multicast routing protocol, a set of rules are the robustness, where we recover and reconfigure quickly from being break, efficiency, minimum number of transmission to deliver the data packet to all the group members, minimum control overhead, quality of support, efficiency, group management, scalability and security. So it should be the major issues into multicast routing protocol. This we have to study into the this lecture. Next part we can study in the next lecture.